Hello, welcome to the Bible in 5 years. My name is Armando. We are reading the Bible in chronological order, and it's going to take us a while. Let me change the music so we can do a reading of today. At the end of our reading, I will give the explanation of what this project is about. Alrighty, let's change the music. Day 227. Bodily discharges. Bodily. Bodily. Discharges of the body. Leviticus chapter 15, from verse 1 on. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, give these further instructions to the Israelites. Any man who has a genital discharge is ceremonially unclean because of it. This defilement applies whether the discharge continues or is stopped up. In either case, the man is unclean. Any bedding on which he lies and anything on which he sits will be defiled. So, if you touch the man's bedding, you will be required to wash your clothes and bathe in water, and you will remain ceremonially defiled until evening. If you sit where the man with the discharge has sat, you will be required to wash your clothes and bathe in water. You will then remain defiled until evening. The same instructions apply if you touch the man who has the unclean discharge. And if he spits on you, you must undergo the same procedure. Any blanket on which the man writes will be defiled. If you touch or carry anything that was under him, you will be required to wash your clothes and bathe in water, and you will remain defiled until evening. If the man touches you without first rinsing his hands, then you will be required to wash your clothes and bathe in water, and you will remain defiled until evening. Any clay pot touched by the man with the discharge must be broken, and every wooden utensil he touches must be rinsed with water. When the man's discharge heals, he must count off a period of 7 days. During that time, he must wash his clothes and bathe in fresh spring water. Then he will be ceremonially clean. On the eighth day, he must bring two turtle, turtle doves or two young pigeons and present himself to the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle and give his offerings to the priest. The priest will present the offerings there, one of a sin offering and the other for a whole burnt offering. In this way, the priest will make atonement for the man before the Lord for his discharge. Whenever a man has an emission of semen, he must wash his entire body, and he will remain ceremonially defiled until evening. Any clothing or leather that comes in contact with the semen must be washed, and it will remain defiled until evening. After having sexual intercourse, both the man and the woman must bathe in, and they will remain defiled until evening. Whenever a woman has her menstrual period, she will be ceremonially unclean for 7 days. If you touch her during that time, you will be defiled until evening. Anything on which she lies or sits during that time will be defiled. If you touch her bed, you must wash your clothes and bathe in water, and you will remain defiled until evening. The same applies if you touch an object on which she sits, whether it is her bedding or any piece of furniture. If a man has sexual intercourse with her during this time, her menstrual impurity will be transmitted to him. He will remain defiled for 7 days, and any bed on which he lies will be defiled. If the menstrual flow of blood continues for many days beyond the normal period, or if she discharges blood unrelated to her menstruation, the woman will be ceremonially unclean as long as the discharge continues. Anything on which she lies or sits during that time will be defiled, just as it would be during her normal menstrual period. If you touch her bed or anything in which she sits, you will be defiled. You will be required to wash your clothes and bathe in water, and you will remain defiled until evening. When the woman's menstrual discharge stops, she must count off a period of 7 days. After that, she will be ceremonially clean. On the eighth day, she must bring two turtle doves or two young pigeons and present them to the priest at the entrance of the tabernacle. The priest will offer one for a sin offering and the other for a whole burnt offering. In this way, the priest will make atonement for her before the Lord for her menstrual discharge. In this way, you will keep the people of Israel separate from things that will defile them, so they will not die as a result of defiling my temple that is right there among them. These are the instructions for dealing with a man who has been defiled by a genital discharge or an emission of semen, for dealing with a woman during her monthly menstrual period, for dealing with anyone, man or woman, who has had a bodily discharge of any kind, and for dealing with a man who has had intercourse with a woman during her period. And that is it, the end of our reading today. This is the Bible in 5 years. We're reading the Bible in chronological order, and it's going to take us more than 2 years. And after that, we will change the format, but we always going to keep it short and sweet because we read verses here from 3 verses to around 30 something. I'm still tuning the number. So sometimes we read 30, 30, or 32, or 33, and we try to keep it that low. But I'm thinking to shrink it all the way to 30 because 43 or 42 takes like more than 10 minutes. As it is, this one was like 33 verses and it felt long. We're already almost at 8 minutes. So, anyways, so we're trying to do that so you remember what I read, you remember what you listened to, and that's the idea. And this project is aimed for people who have not read the Bible. They don't know what the Bible says. Maybe they're not familiarized with the Bible, and it's okay. Or maybe you were hurt at your church, You used to go to church. Maybe you were a Christian, and you don't think you're a Christian anymore, or you don't want to be a Christian. But sometimes you feel like you want to hear something about the Bible. Well, here you can watch a video or listen to an audio in Spotify. We have videos and audios in Spotify. Below the explanation below here, there's links for Spotify, for YouTube, and for Facebook. We have videos in all of them, and but only on YouTube and in Spotify. We have the episodes from the beginning, like day 1, day 2, 3, 4, 5, from the very beginning. So if you want to check prior episodes in YouTube or in Spotify. And this project is for the one, not for the 99. But if you're from the 99, which means if you're a Christian, you welcome to participate. How? By going to those links below, YouTube, Facebook, or Spotify, and like and subscribe, because more people will be able to listen to these episodes. And we record them in English and Spanish. Let us know where you're listening from or where you're watching from. And see you tomorrow. Thank